Hey friends, this is Eli. I just wanted to give you guys a testimony of something that happened while we've been down here in Florida. We went out to a park with the boys. It was just me, my wife, and our little boys. And we went and just had a good time at the park. And we ended up going to a dock on the river, and there was some people fishing. We were having a good time seeing what people were catching, just talking to people, just having fun, and ended up talking to these guys, Dylan and Jack, and they were really nice. They were helping us learn about how to get a license, how to learn, how to fish down here now that we've moved down here. And I was like, okay. And it started to just ramble on, and I was just listening and just hearing them out and they were telling me about different fishing spots and all this stuff. And I was like, okay, all right, that's awesome, man. Okay. And finally, I heard him say he had an accident, and his meniscus was torn. I said, okay, well, this makes sense why I'm in this conversation. And so I said, man, I'm a Christian and I've seen God heal people through prayer. Do you mind if I prayed for you, if I prayed for that torn meniscus? He said, no, that's fine. So I told the boys, yo, come on, let's get over here. We're going to pray for Mr. Dillon here. And we prayed for him. It was at a level 7 pain. Ended up, after that, going down to a 4, he said, which is a difference. We celebrated that. We were like, okay, great. Well, we're going to pray again. And we prayed again. And he checked it out, and it went from 4 to 0. He said there was no pain. And he even, as he was testing it out, he said, I can actually feel in my toes right now. I couldn't do that before. It's like, wow, that's awesome, man. That's so awesome. So I began to share with him my testimony of how I gave my life to Jesus. And I started hearing a little bit about him. He said that he had just got baptized recently at the Church of Latter-day Saints. I started to just talk to him a little bit about that, and just what that looks like for him and how deep he's gotten, and told him that I was sharing at a church down the street this coming Sunday. I said, dude, it would be great if you could come, and I'd love to have you there. And I told him the church, and I told him, I told him the name of the church, and he said, is that Pastor Mike and Donna? And he said the last name too. I was like, yeah. How do you know that? He said, those were my youth pastors back when I was at a different church. And I was like, wow. And this is like a guy in his late 30s, maybe 38, 39. And I was like, wow. So this is a long time ago, and he's been out of the church, out of Christianity for a long time, and just had a hard life. And I was like, wow, that's so crazy. I said, dude, you gotta get reconnected. So we got numbers, and we've been reconnecting with him. I gave that testimony to Pastor Mike and Donna, and they were like, oh my gosh, Dylan, yeah. And Jack, his buddy, also, they knew him too. And so they've been in touch with him. I've texted him. And so, man, it's just crazy how wherever you're at, God can take a ordinary conversation, and maybe there's something extraordinary he wants to do in that moment with that person you're talking to, if you're willing to give him room. And, I think the fact that there are people out there that are just kind of wandering, and when we are obedient and God is pursuing these people, it's not hard. It's really not too hard. You don't have to. I didn't do anything. I just offered to pray for them, and then it ended up being somebody who was part of their family, part of the old church family, and so this person just needed to get plugged back in. And so, either way, bless you guys. Be encouraged. I'm going to be updating on more stories like this. We've had a lot of great things happening as we've just been here in Florida, trying to be obedient, just serving, loving people around us. We've been here in this condo in this condominium and just sharing with people as we go, walking the dog, taking the kids out as we're, just hanging out and just loving on people. A lot of updates to come. So love you guys.